All right, guys, welcome to this very, very special unboxing and deep dive into this latest amazing release from Arrow Academy. This is the unboxing of 1902's A Trip to the Moon, or Le Voyage dans la Lune, to give it its official French title, directed by Georges Méliès. Hope I haven't butchered that name. Just arrived. So this thing is limited to 1,000 copies, features deluxe limited edition packaging with new artwork, newly commissioned artwork, and the bulk of this thing is made up with a 214-page hardback book, which is Georges Méliès' autobiography, which I believe, reading the blurb on the website, is previously unpublished in English, and also available for the first time since the 60s, since 1961, and finally translated into English. So, you know, a hardback case-bound book basically protects the film. So I haven't had a chance to get into this thing yet. It's just arrived, like I said, limited to 1,000 copies. This thing is big. To give you an idea of the size of this thing, and I'll do another size comparison towards the end once it's unboxed, but I recently received, as I know many people did, the Arrow Academy version release of the game, which was ginormous. And just as a size comparison, this thing is even bigger. Like I say, we'll do a better comparison when this thing's all opened up. But for now, let's get into it. So we'll just put the game up to one side there. I just want to be pretty careful because it's been really packaged really well. I have actually brought some scissors with me to kind of carefully make a start here. But yeah, great packaging from Arrow on this one. This is a website exclusive, so I don't believe you can actually get this in other online stores. You have to go directly through Arrow for this. So there we go. I do apologise for the reflection of the light there. That's a little bit of a better view for you. So it's like I say, it's a massive set. Look at this, featuring the long lost autobiography. There's the back with the contents. Let's get rid of this. So again, as a kind of size comparison, we've got the game. Let's get rid of the J card off the game. So for a comparison in size, there you go. So put those things to one side for you there. And let's just adjust the camera slightly. Let's have a little peek into the contents of this. So I'll just very gently and carefully remove a bit of this plastic on the side. And then from there, we should be able to get into this thing. Hopefully that'll reduce a little bit of the glare as well that we're seeing. So there we go. All right, so again, the J card here, which we will remove. Hopefully it's not glued. No, it's not. So there we go. You can get a good look at that if you want to pause it there. Like I say, it says limited to 1,000 copies, but I don't think at the moment, I can't see anything where it says if this is a specific number, but it's got all your tech specs on there. So I'll put that to one side. So straight off, you know, this is a really kind of big, hefty set. That kind of classic, iconic image of the moon there. And if you're unfamiliar with the film, it's essentially, you know, it's a short film from 1902. A group of astronomers, I think, get kind of fired out of a cannon in a capsule towards the moon, land on the moon, explore it. And I believe it's been a long time since I've actually seen the short. It's probably available on YouTube, but you know, they find a kind of an alien race on there. I think they bring one back to Earth as well, but this is you know, it's kind of one of the monoliths of cinema, if you like. It kind of, even if you don't appreciate it on a technical level, maybe it seems a bit quaint to you today, you know, it kind of commands respect just for the sheer the history that it brings with it, you know, for the birth of cinema. And Georges Méliès was, I mean, this guy directed over 500 short films, and he was really one of the pioneers of of the cinema that we kind of know today. So it's kind of got a clear back on it. We'll kind of pull it open. All right, so we have inside the box, let me put this to one side. So we've got the disc that sits in there. And all the tech specs again on the back about the restoration, the credits, the book, and then the book itself, which is pretty hefty. And I believe we should be able to get into this because there's a little bit of a gap there. I'll just bring the scissors in slightly and we can open this up. Like I say, I don't think this is released anywhere but the Arrow website, so I'm not sure if it's still available. So yeah, that's I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it's essentially a case, bound book, really nice texture on there with the kind of embossed, slight embossing of the moon image there. And on the back, again, the camera will pick it up, really nice textures there. So this is a long-lost autobiography of Georges Méliès, father of sci-fi and fantasy cinema. And if we open it up, I'll be very careful in terms of opening it up. And we've literally got what it says on the tin, his autobiography. Previously unpublished in English, this is the first time it's been published since 1961. And this thing's fantastic. I mean, the entire set essentially is this book. So you kind of get in the book, read all about Méliès and his process and his history, along with the film. The film itself, it's a Blu-ray, so it's kind of not a 4K thing, probably as you'd expect with something from 1902. It does include a documentary that I want to see. I can't remember its name. Will it be on here? The documentary, An Extraordinary Voyage, from 2011. A documentary on the film, its rediscovery and preservation for future generations. So yeah, this is like a really great set to own if you're if you're at all interested in the history of cinema. The book itself is absolutely glorious. I mean, it feels absolutely amazing. So hefty, full of information there that you can pore over, which I definitely will for a film like this. And there's a good look at the spine. There we go. And obviously, like I said, the disc sits in there. And then together, all slides into this box. And this is like one of those, Arrow do a great job. This is one of those really big, thick, hefty boxes, so it's gonna withstand a bit of bashing around. Hopefully it won't get bashed around, but like I said, let's have a little look at it next to the games release. So quite odd at the moment that we're getting these kind of big sets. I do like them from Arrow. So just as I'll have the camera will kind of pick up the size difference there for the two of them. But yeah, it's a cracking set. Really, really happy to have that. Like I said, don't think it actually says anywhere in terms of the number that you receive, but limited to 1,000 copies, only available on the Arrow website. And this is the Arrow Academy release of Georges Méliès' A Trip to the Moon, or like it says there, Le Voyage dans la Lune. And plus The Extraordinary Voyage, the book by Serge Brumberg and Eric Lang, the long-lost autobiography of Georges Méliès. So hope you've enjoyed this unboxing, guys, and this little look into this, like I say, kind of almost essential part of the cinema jigsaw puzzle, and something that directors and producers and the film industry as a whole would kind of look to for inspiration, probably ever since, the early part of the last century. So like I say, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. You know, like and comment down below, and I'll see all you guys very soon on Real Classic Film Reviews. Bye bye.